Welcome back. This is Sealchan, and this is my Minecraft Alpha 1.1 progressive long Let's Play. Today, we're going to move immediately from this port in Elsie to the port in Bellevue. We are going to go on another coastal expedition. So, let's take inventory and let's go. I'll set off on the walk from Elsie to Bellevue. Alright. Well, we can't really leave until first thing in the morning. So why don't we do some boat cleanup? Don't really need all these boats. I'll keep two. Maybe we'll break one. guess I could just beat it up. Wow. Do they not break now? I find that hard to believe. Huh. Let's just take an axe to this one. Okay, plenty of sand. That's good. And we want this. And there's our symbolic, aka useless, fishing rod. Alright, well, guess we're gonna watch the sunset. It's nothing quite looking at a nice wheat farm, fully grown. As unsmooth as the falling light is in Alpha, they really did get a lot of things to work well. The lights just are always there, but as night emerges, those lights show up. I suppose that's just kind of default. But it's a beautiful night. And those torches are welcoming. I don't think we need that torch. Alright, well, we need this to build a boat to come back. We need this if we find clay to fill the clay back in. This is for an emergency, which I don't anticipate. And the rest is standard issue. I don't know what to do. I don't think I want to get into collecting the crops. Sometimes this could just What's our other boat? Oh. Yeah. Let's talk about the idea of a boathouse. Obviously, an open dock doesn't prevent your passive mobs, or even your hostile mobs, from wandering in and kicking the boats out somewhere. So I had this idea, just building a structure over the water that you can come into, park, get out. Somehow it needs a door. Keep the mobs out. Alpha, I'm not quite sure how that would work. I won't be doing this until I play beta. So I don't know what's available there. You can't build doors hovering over water. You can't boat. Well, you can boat over blocks, but it's slow and tedious. I'm not sure you can drive a boat up onto a block. I know, it's almost like you have to manually place some blocks behind you to protect your boat. We'll see. Maybe pistons. I think they'll be available in beta. You can use that. There must be some way to do a boathouse. I haven't looked it up on the internet, but my designs tend to be, I see you, zombie, tentatively simpler than what you see on the internet and YouTube. Here, do you want a small hut for a common labor? And you get a video showing you how to build a hut palace. It often seems to be the way. A disappearing creeper. Oh, maybe he did just disappear. I can do some tap dancing. Oh. Hold down shift and move all your foot sounds. Cue up, and then when you release, play like a drum roll. It's kind of cool. Alright, well, because I think we might be able to walk a full day without finding clay, I need to wait so we can start our journey along the shoreline. We're almost there. Time in Minecraft is faster. You can see the flat earth turning. Alright, let's head down. Recheck our things. Torches. Stone. Yeah, I think we're good. Hopefully the last minute mob spawns won't ruin everything. I think as soon as the light starts to change, we'll head out. This isn't exactly a race, more like a brisk walk. And we just walk from sunrise to sunset, assuming we don't get stopped by a clay deposit. We take a look at the countryside. Then we take a boat back. Oh, I guess it's time to go. We do it this way because when I first tried to travel out across the water into new lands, there was an issue where my player would get separated from the boat. Okay, those are just cows. I'd have to exit the game and enter again, lose my skin. Unless I stopped and reloaded the game. And this happened over and over. I initially despaired that I could even use a boat. I wasn't going to be able to go out and explore the world. But then it seemed to me that if I ever boated around areas that had been loaded for a long time, that I was okay. So I made the assumption that if I walked into new chunks, I could boat back. And with one or two exceptions, that seemed to be the case. And one or two exceptions is tolerable. Now it's just too convenient. Let's get a little leather. Don't slow us down too much. Well, I didn't get much out of that either. We walked through most of this, so I'm not really looking for clay too hard. I think I put down a marker for how far I've gone. Should be dirt with a torch on top. So I'm pretty sure we've looked that all over. These are interesting mountains on the border of Region E. There's Elephant Rock with its nose separated from its head. You have to go back and look at the video where I turn and see a giant elephant. Yeah, we've got past here. Lots of floating islands. Very interesting terrain in alpha. that's quicker. I don't mind taking some shortcuts. I think that sugar cane was our source of our sugar cane at home. Here we are. Go ahead and break this. Now on a grassy coastline, there's no clay deposits to look for. Such interesting coves. Yeah, let's walk over the top. Oh. Oh, that's interesting. Look at that. It's a kind of face. Wow. Very cool. I did not know this is going to be as difficult to navigate. Nice little discovery. There are so many places in any generated world worthy of exploring. I don't personally worry about choosing a seed at all. Right here is the marker for the first day's walk. When you head from Bellevue Port and follow the coastline in the opposite direction. Just like at Elsie, it's through this narrow passage. There's a very large sea. This perhaps is the greater ocean. Wow, looks like we're not going to hit sand for a while. I don't mind walking up here. Oop. I can see somebody who loves the process of building to just take anything, even alpha, and make a forever world out of it. One thing about my series is that it's a long-term world, but not a forever world. I want to move forward and experience all the things that the more later versions of Minecraft have to offer. And I want to experience modded Minecraft as well. There's a boat. I think that's where I first got frustrated. As I'll claim this boat. When I first went out on the coastline and I used a boat and it just kept crashing. So I parked the boat, got out, and walked home. Very disappointed. Anyway, as I was saying, even these barren landscapes have a kind of beauty, a certain loneliness. Anyway, that's not what I was saying. What I was saying was that I want to do mods. I want to do modded Minecraft. I want to do those mod packs that are so full of stuff that you just have no idea what to do. Because I built this method, this process that I use, very much so that I could scale it up use it on a kitchen sink mud pack. I want to put that to the test very much. Which is why I'm still favoring my next series to be based on the Mango Pack by Low Mango. It's based on Beta 1.7.3. Features many classic mods. It's not a alternate development. It's when beta was the most recent thing, and the modders were firing up what would become some of the most iconic mods in early Minecraft. This pack has had a lot of effort put into it to get those mods, get them installed all together. Perhaps more together than certainly any mod pack I'd heard of before. So I'm very excited to play that. Yeah, I do have my appreciation for vanilla Minecraft has grown very much after playing this series. But that'll always be a part of my gameplay. Play the vanilla game, even underneath. Wow, there's just no... There is just no sand out here. So we're gonna do that. I heard zombies. It must be under the mountain or the hill. Just under the water, underground. This way points home. Let's build a boat. Actually, I shouldn't do this. This really is our first day's walk. We didn't stop for anything. I don't count killing some cows for leather as enough of a distraction. Yeah, so let's call this day one. Oh, we need the coordinates. Yeah, negative 1,171, 768. All right, well, let's head back. Close my shades. It's a little tricky. Let's make our way back. Oh. And with this compass here, we can be sure not to end up going in a completely wrong direction. Bellevue Port is roughly between us and my spawn location, so should be no problem. And plus, if I keep the coastline on my left, should bring me home too. Oh. This will bring us through that narrow passage. In fact, this all seems to be part of an inland sea too. Hard to say. I think this is our first day's walk on this coast. I'd have to look at the coordinates. Remember these little islands here, like jagged rocks. You gotta be careful. Eventually ahead, we should catch sight of the lighthouse. Oh, I don't usually go out around this island. There's a way to cut through behind it. Yeah, I'd say this compass is helpful. It gives me an extra amount of confidence. On our left is the jump-off point beach trail. I think that's our lighthouse. Alright, it's just another third boat. Just one moment. Okay. Oh, just one moment. Okay. Let's go up on the roof. And we'll call it an episode. I hope you've enjoyed. And I hope to see you in the next. Take care.